Hello, my dear children. Welcome to your English class. This is me, Swapna, your English teacher. Today we are going to read a wonderful play, The Bishop's Candlesticks. Children, before we start reading the play, I want to ask you something. Do you give the things you do not need to someone who may need them? Why do you do so? I'll repeat once again. Do you give the things you do not need to someone who may need them? And why do you do so? Read this line with me, children. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Let me explain the meaning to you. Any act of kindness or help that we do to another person, no matter whether it is big or small, it is never wasted, meaning it is very, very helpful. What do you think it means? Okay, let us find out who are the characters of this play. The characters are the narrator, the bishop's sister, Jean Valjean, a policeman, and two soldiers. Okay, for your information, children, Jean Valjean is an ex-convict. An ex-convict means he's a person who has been sent to jail for a crime. Let me familiarize you with some words that you may come across while reading the play. So, a bishop is a Christian priest of high rank. He's a person who works in a church. Swings. In this play, it means that to open quickly, moving in a curve. So, in this play, it means opening a door quickly. Coarse means rough in nature, not very educated. A person who is not educated and who doesn't know any manners speaks coarsely. Threatening means trying to make the bishop feel afraid. In this play, the convict speaks to the bishop in a very threatening voice. And his name is Jean Valjean. Let us pronounce it as Jean Valjean. Let us move ahead and read the play. Scene 1. The bishop's house. Narrator. It is a cold winter evening. The bishop, a kind old man, sits in his chair reading. Suddenly, the door swings open and Jean Valjean enters the room. He is a large man of about 45, coarse and poorly dressed, with a wild look in his eyes. Bishop, looking at him calmly, "Can I do anything for you, my friend?" Valjean, in a loud, threatening voice, "Look here, my name is Jean Valjean. I am a convict and I was released 4 days ago. Since then, I have walked many miles, but I haven't found any food or shelter. No innkeeper would allow me to enter his inn." So, children, what is the setting of the opening scene? The setting is a peaceful room in the bishop's house with the bishop reading when a rough-looking stranger calling himself Jean Valjean, forces himself inside. Why is Jean Valjean angry when he enters the bishop's house? Jean Valjean had been treated badly in the prison, and even after he was released, no innkeeper would give him food and a place to rest. He felt that being angry and forceful was the only way to get some food, as he was starving. Starving meaning he was hungry. So Jean Valjean was really very hungry, and no innkeeper was giving him place to stay. So an inn is a small hotel, okay? And an innkeeper is the person who runs the inn. So nobody was giving him any place to stay. He was a convict, is it not? And now he was let out of the jail. But our bishop is a very friendly man. So what does he say? Take a seat, my friend. Warm yourself before the fire. So the bishop welcomes him and he says, please sit down and warm yourself before the fire because it is very cold. So Valjean says, I am cold. I am starving. Give me some food. Bishop, calling to someone in the other room, Sister, can you come here? Can you please come here? The bishop's sister enters. Bishop, please bring a plate for our guest. He will eat with us. So, Jean Valjean the bishop invites Jean Valjean to come and sit with him. Okay, and he calls to his sister and asks his sister to bring some plates. Jean Valjean, stop, don't you understand? I am not your guest. I am a convict. I have been treated so badly by everyone ever since I was in jail. People don't just invite me to have meals with them. Is this an inn? Could I sleep in the stable? Children, what information do you get about Jean Valjean when he introduces himself? He is an ex-convict and he demands to be fed and asks to sleep in the stable. Why was no one willing to give him food and shelter? Because he was an ex-convict, is it not? Why do you think he demanded food? He had come out of the jail and had walked for several miles looking for food and shelter and was really hungry. Nobody was willing to give it to him as they could not trust him. Also, because he was a convict, he would have found it difficult to find a job. Why did he ask for a stable to sleep in? For years, he never had the luxury of sleeping on a bed in a bedroom. He was not treated like a human being while he was in jail, and so he felt that a stable was enough for him to rest. So he asks, people don't invite me to have meals with me. Is this an inn or something? Could I sleep in the stable? So what is a stable, children? We know that a stable is a house for farm animals. Bishop to his sister, will you please put some clean sheets on the bed in the guest room? And to Valjean he says smiling, come and sit near the fire. Then we'll have dinner. Dear sister, please also bring the silver candlesticks and light the candles. So children, how does the bishop treat him? He treats Jean as a guest, asking his sisters to set the table with silver candlesticks for dinner and to prepare the bedroom for him to sleep that night. Is it not? What does this tell you about the bishop? He's a good man who sees Jean Valjean as a person in need of food and shelter and treats him as a guest, even though Jean tells him that he's an ex convict. He feels it is his duty to help the needy and help those people who are hungry and who needs a place to sleep. So children, at the table, Jean Valjean does not use a knife and fork. He tears the bread with his fingers and shoves it into his mouth. He drinks the soup in great gulps. When dinner is over, the bishop takes Jean Valjean to a guest room. Valjean had not seen a clean bed for years. As soon as he lies down on the bed, he falls asleep. So what happens at the table? Jean Valjean, what happens? He's so hungry that he does not use a knife and a fork, okay, because he is not a well-mannered man. We know that already. He tears the bread with his fingers and shoves means pushes it into his mouth. And he drinks the soup with great gulps. Gulps means large mouthfuls which are swallowed. He takes big gulps into his mouth. And when dinner is over, what happens? The bishop takes Jean Valjean to the guest room, and Valjean has not seen a clean bed for years. For many, many years he was in the jail, is it not? So as soon as he lies down on the bed, he falls asleep. Scene 2. The bishop's house at night. Now children, everybody have gone to sleep. Now scene 2 begins with what happens in the bishop's house at night. At around 2 o'clock at night, Jean Valjean wakes up. He has slept for hours and now he is no longer tired. He tries to go back to sleep, but he cannot. He thinks of the silver plates on the dinner table. He thinks of the 6 silver plates on the dinner table. Valjean, they are made of solid silver. If I steal them, I can sell them in Paris. I'll get a lot of money and I can set up a business. I won't have to wander around the country. Valjean enters the dining room quietly. He takes the 6 silver plates, slips them into his bag and exits quickly. Okay, so what happens? At around 2 o'clock, Jean Valjean wakes up, okay, because he has slept for many long hours. 4 hours he had taken his sleep and now he is no longer tired. So what does he do? He tries to go back to sleep, but he cannot. Why? Because he's thinking about the 6 silver plates on the dinner table. We know he's a thief, is it not? He's a robber already. And he thinks that they are all made of solid silver. And he calculates, if I steal them, if I take them, I can go to Paris, I can sell the plates there and I'll get a lot of money. And I can start a business. And I won't have to wander. Wander means go here and there. Okay, wander around the country. So Valjean enters the dining room quietly. He takes the 6 silver plates and he puts them into his bag and walks away. Exits quickly means he walks away. Scene 3 happens in the morning. Okay. It is morning. The bishop is walking in his garden. His sister enters running. So Bishop's sister calls out, "Brother, the convict is not in his room, and the silver plates are not in the dining room. He must have stolen them." So his sister comes running and tells him that the convict had taken away the plates. Okay, and he has gone. Bishop smiling, "Sister, we are here to help the poor. Do not worry about the plates." Scene 4. The bishop and his sister are having breakfast. Someone knocks on the door. Bishop, "Come in." The door opens. A policeman and two soldiers enter with Valjean in the middle. Okay. So what happens? The door opens and there were two policemen. Okay. A policeman and two soldiers. They have caught Valjean, who was standing in the middle. Policeman, "Sir, we found this man hiding in the woods. We caught him, and while searching his bag, we found these 6 silver plates. I recognized them at once. They are yours, sir, aren't they? This man is a thief." Bishop shaking his head, "You are mistaken. This man is my friend. I gave the silver plates to him." To Valjean he says, "My friend, I also gave you the silver candlesticks. Why did you not take them?" Policeman, "So we can let him go?" So children, tell me, what happens when the policeman and two soldiers catches Valjean? They bring him to the bishop because in his bag they find the 6 silver plates, and immediately they understand, they recognize them as the bishop's plates. So they catch hold of Jean Valjean and they bring him to the bishop. But the bishop says, "You are mistaken," means the policeman is mistaken, and that Jean Valjean is my friend. I gave him the silver plates, he says. "My friend, I also gave you the silver candlesticks. Why did you not take them?" Bishop, "Certainly, and you may go back to your work, gentlemen. Thank you." So when the policeman hears the bishop supporting the convict, they ask him, "So can we let him go?" So bishop says, "Certainly you can go. You may go back to your work, gentlemen, and thank you." The policeman and the two soldiers exit, means they go away. Bishop to Valjean, "My friend, you must go wherever you were going, but don't forget the candlesticks. Here they are." The bishop holds out the silver candlesticks to Jean Valjean. Tears start rolling down Jean Valjean's eyes. Jean Valjean says, "I feel I am a man again." He falls at the bishop's feet. "Bless me, kind sir." Bishop, "My son, you no longer belong to evil, but to good. You must use the silver to become an honest man." So children, the bishop tells the policeman that the plates had not been stolen, but that he had gifted them to Valjean. He also asks Valjean why he had not taken the silver candlesticks as well. So what happens to Jean Valjean in the end? Jean Valjean has a change of heart. He weeps and asks the bishop to bless him. What does the bishop advise him to do, children? The bishop asks him to make an honest living by selling the silverware because he no longer belongs to evil but to good. How did the bishop's treatment of Jean change him? Jean had been so used to cruelty, is it not, that he felt that people would never treat him well. But when the bishop treated him like a person and gave him food, shelter, and the silver to help him live an honest life in future, Jean is very grateful, is it not? He decides to make a new beginning by selling the bishop's silverware. The bishop's wholehearted acceptance makes Jean an honest man. What is the moral of the story? We must do what is right and help those in need. Right? Now coming back to the first line that we read, no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Children, here's a small summary for you about the lesson. You have to complete it. So this is an assignment for you for today. Okay? Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.